Hi, this is Frank Snyder with Frank Snyder Financial. I'm here today to visit with you on number 9, taxation. This is one of my 12 traits of the financially successful. And you say taxation? Why would anybody be interested in taxation? Well, none of us are interested in being taxed. What most folks are interested in is figuring out ways in order to pay less tax, or at least, a fair amount of tax. You don't want to evade tax, but you want to figure out how you can reduce your tax bill. So again, we could spend hours and hours on this topic, but just some basic concepts to realize is that we're always going to pay tax. The United States of America is an expensive business. We have to have battleships, we have to have roads, we have to have fire departments. There are things that are necessary. Now we could sit here and argue political, we should be taxed this much or that much, and my goodness, that's going on right now. But I want to talk to you about basically how taxes work and how you can make sure that you use the tax laws to your advantage. So number 1 is your 401k or a traditional IRA or a Roth IRA. I'm in the investment business, so what I try to teach folks is the government is trying to prod you in this direction of saving money. They don't want you to be broke. They want you to be able to retire someday. They want you to be able to afford to educate your children. They want you to be able to afford that new home. The government does want that. Now, sometimes when you look at your paycheck and you go, holy cow, look at all this money they took out, you think, is that really what they're trying to accomplish here? But they are, in the back of their minds anyway. So 401k, how does that work? You can have your income reduced by whatever amount that you put into your 401k. So think about this. If you're in a high tax bracket, if you're in, say, the 22% tax bracket, and you have $1,000 put into your 401k, you're going to save $220 in tax. In Illinois, that also reduces your taxation here 5%. So there's another 5% or $50 for just putting away $1,000. So basically, by just saving for your retirement, Uncle Sam is subsidizing that investment. Now, we could get into Roth IRAs, and that's another one of my key traits that you can check out. There are some advantages to not reducing your income and going ahead and paying the taxes up front so that you can get the money later tax-free. But again, this is another concept of taxation. When do I want to pay the taxes? Do I want to save it up front, or do I want to have a big lump sum later that's 100% tax-free? A big one that I visit with my clients about, if they have children or children that are going to go to college at some point, is the American Opportunity Education Credit. American Opportunity Education Credit, is a credit that's available that'll basically pay for free junior college. Not free, but pretty close. Basically, if you spend $4,000, you get $2,500 back on your taxes. It's 100% of the first $2,000 and 25% of the other $2,000. So if you spend $2,000, you get $2,000 back on your taxes. So contrary to what some of our politicians say, we already have free junior college. Now, for those of you aspiring to go to the bigger universities and such, and the tuition is $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, it's sad to tell you that it doesn't go up. I wish I could tell you got 100% of the next $10,000 or $25,000. You don't. It's $2,500 is the max, and that's spending $4,000. So anything above $4,000, you're on your own. But again, it's a cool credit that it's available that you need to know about. And if you have children that are college age or heading that way, you need to understand that you can get that credit whether that money is borrowed or you take it out of savings or wherever you get it from, you're able to get that credit. Most of the time it's in the parent's benefit to take the credit because part of this is not refundable, meaning that you have to owe tax to get part of it. So most of the time the parent is going to owe tax, they're going to get the full $2,500 credit. I tell parents and I tell students, remember that, if your parent is getting that, hopefully they're helping you out that amount. Most parents are, but again, you can remind your parent, hey, Frank told me about this tax credit that you should be getting, and they say, yes, we see that, and we're helping you out with that amount. Now, there's also what's called the lifetime learning credit. So once you get done with the 4-year credit, I didn't mention that. The first one is 4 years, so you get it for 4 years. So don't use it if you went out and spent $500 just taking junior college classes. Wait till you spent at least $2,000 so you can get the $2,000. So four years is all you get. So if you use it on $500, you just spent a year. So you'd rather use it 4 years when you spend at least that $2,000 to $4,000, so you get that nice $2,000, $2,500 bump. So once I get beyond this credit, there's what's called the lifetime learning credit. Lifetime learning credit kicks in, for those seeking a higher degree, higher advanced degree, or folks that have used up the first credit. It's 20% of the first 10 grand. So if I decide to go out and take a class at my local college, basically, and I spend $2,000, I get a credit based on that with the lifetime learning credit each year, so 20% credit. So again, don't forget about that. So there's lots of cool tax things, and I've gone my allotted time here, but become kind of a student of taxation. It doesn't mean you have to be an expert, you don't have to be a tax preparer, but it's just good every now and then to just look and see what are the things that are available. What is the standard deduction? What does it mean? What tax bracket am I in? How do the tax brackets work? If you understand these concepts, you can minimize your taxes, and just, I've seen over time, this is what successful people do. They're always looking for ways to, legally reduce their taxes. So again, Frank Snyder Financial. Thanks for tuning in. Check us out on YouTube and at franksnyder.com.